Our town, it's our town. Our town on TV. Our town, that's you and me. Our town, upside down, hanging out of an airplane.
Welcome to Our Town, and I'm your host, Larry Frost. Today, we're at Patton's Pond, and it's really one of Amesbury's treasures, number 8. But the main theme of today's show is people helping people. In our first segment, Tommy Hanshaw and Stefanie McCowan will be giving us an update on the Cancer Relay for Life, which will be September 13th at Landry Stadium. In the second segment, a very good friend of mine, Rosemary Werner of Our Neighbor's Table, will be giving us an update of Our Neighbor's Table. And we have a guest of 4 speakers coming on who will give their name and say how long they worked at Our Neighbor's Table, but that will be a surprise for later. And in the third segment, it's some of our town's treasures. And we have so many, but you're going to see a few put to music. So let's get started.
Thanks, Larry, for letting us be on Our Town this week. I'm here today to talk a little bit about the 6th Annual Relay for Life of Amesbury, the benefit for the American Cancer Society. The event started back in 2003 in Amesbury. It actually began in, I think, 1985 nationwide. And since then, there are several relays across the whole United States. And we're very fortunate to have a great event here in Amesbury. And the money that's raised from the relay goes for the American Cancer Society for research, patient services, public education, and awareness, preventive measures that people can take. It's very important things. This year, we're very fortunate to have Stefanie McCowan, the director of the Amesbury Chamber of Commerce, has taken over as co-chair of the entertainment section of the relay. And there's a lot of new activities that are going to be going on this year. And Stefanie, do you want to just talk a little bit about what's coming up?
Absolutely. Thank you. This year we do have several different things. In the past, we have done hours that are themed. This year we're elaborating on that a little bit more, where we're making sure that everybody knows in advance what the hours are so they know what costumes to bring. Our DJ has also been alerted of what the hours are, so the music should be relatively appropriate for all of them. So if you have a minute, I'm just going to go through what the hours are. So, of course, from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock is the opening ceremonies and survivor walk, which my mother, Lucille Sanuski, is the chairperson of because she's a survivor, 15 years. Good job, Mom. 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock is clowning around. 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, sports fan. 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock is patriotic, support our troops. 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock is Disney. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock is trick or treat, and all the teams will, as people are walking around, everyone will just keep one team member at their site to make sure they're passing out candy. And Officer Hanshaw has some bags that he'll be handing out as well for everybody to fill with candy. Let's see, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock is Country Western Hour. 11 to 12 is A Day at the Beach. Midnight to 1 a.m., I'll be sleeping. That is Neon Glow in the Dark Hour. 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, which is always a really big hit, is Mr. and Mrs. Sexy Diva. 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, St. Patrick's Day. 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, Christmas. Wear red, white, and green, silver, dress yourself as a tree, a present, wear ornaments, anything that works. 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock will be Mardi Gras. 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, sci-fi. And 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, pajama party. And 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock is garbage man hour. So everybody will be giving out trash bags. So everybody can go around and help clean up from the relay. So we can all get out of there and head over to the chili cook-off, which starts at noon. The other thing that we're doing, we have 3 bands that are going to be playing. We have Odyssey, John Pelletier, and In Cahoots. Is that correct? Yeah. So they'll be playing throughout the night, and as I mentioned, the DJ will be there from 10 p.m. until 8 a.m., and he'll be playing an assortment of music. And we have demonstrations that will be going on from local dance academies, karate academies. The Amesbury Center for Healing is tentatively scheduled to have chairs there for massages. Mary Kay is going to be there offering face makeovers. We've really worked hard, my co-chair and I have worked very hard to make sure that there's plenty for everybody to do for the entire event, so that you're not just sitting at your tent, hanging out, eating Halloween candy. What else?
There'll be a lot of activities at various sites. Again, this is something that we invite the public to come to. There's about 30 teams that have signed up right now representing local businesses, civic organizations, just groups of families and friends, people that have had survivors, and people who walk in memory of people that have been lost to cancer. So it's a great representation of the community. It's a great community event, great family event. We really invite the public to come down and see what's going on. And again, it's on Saturday, September 13th. It starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's open to the public till about midnight. So there'll be raffles, there'll be different games at various sites. It's all for a great cause. So there'll be all kinds of stuff going on. Again, it's a great community event, and everyone's invited to come down and check it out.
Will you be doing the silent auction again this
There'll be,
year?
yes, this year we have a sports memorabilia silent auction, probably later Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening, with some great gifts that will be available there. Over the years, teams have had different raffles for things like lobsters, and I believe there's a grill this year, all kinds of great prizes. So if you're into raffles and things like that, it's all for a great cause. It's all for the American Cancer Society. They do a lot of very important work. We've got quite a crew of volunteers that have been working on this since January. We started meeting back in January, planning for this event this year, when the snow was flying and everything else, and now September is just around the corner, and the relay is almost here. So really hoping that the weather cooperates this year. The last couple of years we've had some problems with rain on Saturday morning, but hoping that this year we'll have a nice sunny day, and again, invite everybody to come out and check it out. It's for a great cause. Anything else?
I think that's all.
That's it. Okay.
Just hope everybody attends. We'll be there.
Yeah, very good. And again, thanks to Larry and Our Town.
Welcome to Our Neighbors Table with Director Rosemary Werner. How you doing, Rosemary?
Nice to see you again, Larry.
We're here today just to get an update of what's been happening since the last time we were here, because it was such a lovely interview and we learned so much information for what is happening.
Well, it's been really busy. We're having a big increase of people to our food pantry, which we did anticipate because of the increase in prices for gasoline and food and subsequently everything else. And we've also had an increase in the meals program. Unfortunately, our prices have gone up as well for everything we purchase. And unfortunately, donations are down. So I'm hoping today that we can give an appeal to people that if they've thought about donating, this is a wonderful time to do it.
Please help.
And the other thing that I'd like to speak of today is that if people plant gardens with vegetables and they have wake up one morning and there's 5,000 tomatoes, we would love any fresh produce. That truly is a big deal for our people, to get fresh tomatoes and cucumbers and anything else. Plus, we can incorporate anything you bring into our salads and into the meal. What we would have left over would go to the pantry and people would get that to take home. So it is a lovely way to get the fresh produce to the people that ordinarily wouldn't have it. And plus, I would think that when you plant a row for poverty, you should feel good.
Oh,
So we
that's
that.
great.
Yeah.
Now, we're standing in front of the truck that was donated by the
Yes.
Newburyport Fire Savings.
This is our baby. I've been blessed that Richard Eaton and Janice came forward, and we had a truck that we were grateful we had, but it was getting old
Getting
and
old and
decrepit,
tired.
and it was also breaking down a lot, and it was not feasible to have it fixed again. We had put money into it. And so they stepped forward, the Newburyport 5, and this has been a blessing because this enables us to go to Lowell and go to Boston. It enables us to fill the truck, which is smart shopping, so that with the cost of gasoline, we make fewer trips,
Right,
but we
yeah.
can fill it. And it enables us to make the run every 2 weeks. We take food to the towers, Powwow Villa, for the USDA program, and we can make that delivery, which is a blessing to a lot of people because the bags are heavy, and it's a great way to. So we've been blessed with this. We're so grateful to the Newburyport 5. It's a wonderful, generous donation. And
It
we're
looks
very
like it'll be healthy for a few years. It's
It
brand new,
will.
right?
I think it'll outlast me. That's fine.
The question I was going to ask you is, when we went back before, you could use volunteers, but also you want to make sure, not that you want to make sure, but people that are in need, you want to make
Yes.
sure they, I'll say it, you want to make sure that they come and contact you so they get help for the family and themselves before it gets into
Yes.
the worst situation.
And we also do need volunteers, and they can call the office, which is 388-1907, leave their name and phone number if we're not there, and Joan will contact them. And, sometimes people can't work on a Wednesday evening, but they could work Wednesday morning, which would be a help. Friday evening from 6 to 7:30, we restock the pantry. That's a help. And Saturdays is the food pantry every Saturday from 9 to 12. That's a help. So there may be things that you can do, that will fit into your schedule. And the other thing that you could do is maybe start a food drive in your neighborhood and have your neighbors, give us a bag of food. That's always welcome.
Well, because it's summer now, so in case anybody forgets that winter's will be right around the corner, so we'd like to be able to get at least a routine down so that we can help out people
Yeah.
in the winter when it's going to get real tough.
And we're facing a lot of problems right now, especially with cereal. The food banks, which we belong to, the Boston Food Bank and the Lowell Food Bank, they don't have the cereal. So we're having a real problem with trying to keep cereal on their shelves, and the cereal is very expensive as well. So it's a double whammy. We're having a real problem.
Well, have you noticed that the supplies have stayed about the same, or are you getting less or more as far
We're
as filling
getting
it?
less. We're getting a lot less, and we can't. We try to buy it from the food banks because it's cheaper, but they don't have it.
They're going elsewhere.
And they
right?
don't have
Yep.
it to give to us. And so I can't go to, food stores like Stop and Shop and Market Basket and purchase it because even on sale, it's way too expensive for our budget. But people really are having a hard time with things, basics, like milk and eggs and cereal and that sort of thing. So we're having a problem.
Now, last time, if anybody watched this, if you're a Merrimack resident, if you live in Merrimack,
Right.
you can go there when the truck
Yes.
is there.
The mobile food pantry goes to Merrimack twice a month. It's located outside of the police and fire station on 110. And it's for Merrimack residents
Right.
only.
As long as you're a resident. you can do
Yes.
that, yeah.
And Saturdays, the food pantry here is for Amesbury residents only. ID is required.
Now, that's not new.
Wednes-
That's the same as it was, right?
Right. And
Okay.
Wednesdays, the food pantry is open for everybody. So people have plenty of opportunities, regardless of the surrounding towns.
Now, even though you people are getting worked to death, I mean, this person really gives so much to the community and life. You do want people to be able to use it more, though, right? To come here. Don't hold back. I mean, come
No,
get the food.
I mean, we encourage people that are having a hard time to make use of the pantry. especially if people qualify, they should make use of the USDA program. That is a federally funded program that is you know, it's your right to get that food when you meet the criteria that is established. It's your right.
Is that just through you, or is there any place else they can get that set up?
Well, they can come in to us and sign up, and it's a very brief 3-minute paper, and then twice a month, the second and the fourth Wednesday of the month, the bagged food is ready for them to pick up.
And you also have contacts that, other than just food, you can assist somebody in getting someplace if they need help with the heating or someplace
Yes,
to
well,
stay.
we are a meals program primarily, but we do have phone numbers and organizations that we would be glad to give you. Right now, in fact, Fidelity out of Boston donated a ton of back-to-school supplies to us with the backpacks, so that's been wonderful. So we're very happy to share that with people.
What I'm picturing in my mind is all the Easter baskets that were inside the
Yes.
church that time when you said that. I could see them all lined up and stuff, right?
Yeah, we did over 500 of them that day, and you know, it was marvelous that we could do it, and they were very pleased. The Women's Crisis Center and a lot of the other places, the schools and different places that we gave them to, Community Action and Pettingill House. So we're really grateful for the support that enables us to do that
to go on.
program.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there anything else you'd like to add or anything that?
Just that things are really tough right now. Our food pantry the shelves are bare, and I would really appreciate it if somebody would take it upon themselves to help those less fortunate. And as your vegetable gardens come in right now, I would ask that if you could supply any vegetables to us, if you have an abundance, we would be very grateful to incorporate it into the meal on a Wednesday, but also to give out at the food pantries on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
And the number one more time?
978-388-1907 is the office number, and the cell phone to reach us is 978-835-3016. And we really would be grateful. Amesbury has such a wonderful record of reaching out to those in need, and I'm convinced that, you know, this will happen too.
And this is why, not to sound weird, but this is why I really love our town, because there's so many people in here working hard. And this is kind of what the show's about. It's just to show people, and they don't really want to be put on the screen or nothing. They're not looking for any attention, just that we have a real tight community here that's more than willing to help different people.
That's right. That's
So-
right. And the other thing is that I often think if maybe you don't need help, but you might know somebody that. If you have a neighbor that you kind of think, you know what, I think they might need a little bit of help, talk with them and, you know, bring them down if they have to, and we will do our best to help them as well. But it's nice when, you know, you reach out to somebody that you think might be having a hard time.
That's what I was going to add. I think that for me and other people, many Americans aren't used to asking for help. I mean, there's some that have been unfortunate for a long time that are used to that. But in the upcoming months and possibly years, if you feel you're going to get in some type of financial problem or you can't take care of your family or yourself, please start early enough. Come down, talk to Rosie, talk to somebody to get it started so that we can all get through this together. And this lady is a blessing. I'm glad that she lives in our town. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Again.
God bless.
God bless.
Hi, I'm Les Childs, former school teacher and basketball coach in Amesbury. Been retired for 6 years. I taught 20 years at the Cashman and 12 years at the middle school. My last 20 at the Cashman, and I coached Amesbury High basketball for quite a few years. And I go to Lowell on Tuesday to pick up food at the Merrimack Valley Food Bank, and then Wednesday, obviously, we're here cooking and so forth. And I also go to schools and give talks for the fundraisers that we have and food drives that we have in the local area. And I'll pass it on. Hold on a second.
Hi, my name is Bill Chisholm. I live in Amesbury. Retired from the Metropolitan District Commission 4 years ago. I was secretary and I worked for the MDC for 48 years. Come here whenever Tony is shorthanded and give a hand, and I do enjoy working here, and that's about all I have to say. I'll pass it on to Mr. Werner.
Hi, my name is Ted Weiner. I'm also a resident of Amesbury, and I'm retired from a national office equipment company and decided it was time to give back something to the community, and got involved with our Neighbors Table a number of years ago, and am now able to come in and spend my time here every Wednesday morning with a great group of people, just getting the dinner ready and then finishing up in the afternoon so we can start serving. Come on over. Who are we going to have speak? Tony?
Hi, my name's Tony Grillo. I've been here, how many years, Rosie? 9 years, not 40 years, and mainly cook with Les and the group here. So this group is very helpful. They put a lot of time and effort into it. And we're here usually around 7 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night. So I retired about 7 years ago, and basically, or 8 years ago, and I've been here for that amount of time helping out, which we all really enjoy together.
And to answer your question, in July 2008, the water still runs. Well, that's it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. One thing special about our town, Amesbury, is that people really do care for each other. And with good friends like Rosemary Werner and Tommy Hanshaw and Stefanie McCowan and countless others, this community is a really excellent community. And we have treasures also, so try to get out and see some. Well, that's it. Work hard, stay healthy, and please take time to care for someone. From our town, bye-bye, we're out of here.
Okay. Just like Michelangelo into the blue on heavenly wings. Cargo ham bones don't take off, no smoke, no mirror, no strings. I can't take off these dark shades. I can only say how it's too beautiful. Our town on TV. Our town, there's you and me. Upside down, hanging out of an airplane.